We've got Mr. Mohan Parasaran, counsel for the Tatas, joining us. Mr. Parasaran, appreciate you joining us here on CNBC-TV18, sir. We understand that Mr. Cyrus Mistry has moved the NCLT and his prayer is under Section 242 and Section 241, basically suggesting that there has been mismanagement and oppression of the minority, sir. Your first comments, Mr. Parasaran.
Yeah, it was expected, no?
Yes, it was expected that he would move the NCLT, and it's happened today.
Yeah, therefore, actually, he is proceeding after consulting his own legal experts, and there was a reason why he resigned from all the positions of directors yesterday, and the petition must have been drafted even, I think, 2 or 3 weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
And I am told that the petition is coming up for hearing on Thursday for interim release.
That's right, on the 22nd, sir.
Yes. But as of now, I think there is, no proposal to remove him as a director from Tata Sons. There has been no notice which has been sent.
Okay.
And therefore, I think this matter has to be argued out, no? And let us see, I think Tatas will have to file a reply.
The Tatas have already filed a caveat at the NCLT on the 25th of October. So in that sense, they will need to be heard.
Yeah, they might have filed a reply, but no interim order can be passed without hearing them. Caveat only means that you can't pass any interim order without hearing Tata.
That is right, sir.
Yeah.
So
therefore, I think in all probability, because all of us, I think, are away from the scene, I do not know who is going to be there. And possibly, I think I would advise them to, effectively put some points, not to run away from the scene. But this is a matter, I think, which requires some elaborate hearing. The NCLT can't pass an order in a huff. It requires some sort of elaborate hearing.
Okay. And when you say some sort of elaborate hearing, give us a sense of the timeline that we're then looking at, sir, because the first hearing is on the 22nd of December.
22nd, actually, even if any reply is to be filed, I don't think that it will be fair on the part of any parties to ask for a long time. Now there's going to be a Christmas vacation. So, and immediately after Christmas vacation, no?
Yes.
That will be a fair time schedule.
Okay.
And even Mr. Mistry has said he is prepared to wait for a long while, for a long battle. So what will be the legal response, Mr. Parasaran, from the Tatas? Because the sum and substance of the charges made by Cyrus Mistry rest on the fact that Mr. Ratan Tata and Noshir Soonawala continued to call the shots even post-retirement, that Tata Sons continued to try and control operating companies, that there were violations as far as the takeover code itself are concerned. These are some of the allegations they've made. What finally is part of the prayer or the plea at the NCLT? We're still waiting for details, but what would the response be, sir? Fundamentally, entire, edifice that there has been oppression or mismanagement, has to fall to the ground. I think they will come out with a proper response. I do not want to say more than this. Where is the question of oppression of a minority in this case?
Why?
How do
you rebut that charge of oppression, Mr. Parasaran?
No, everybody knows the history as to how their family got the shares. No, somebody got angry. Somebody actually divested their holdings and gave it to their family. And where is the question of now oppression? Where was the oppression? No, who oppressed? Actually, it is a case of minority oppressing the majority, according to us. Therefore, let us actually wait and see. We do not want to get emotive, on an issue. Therefore, let us wait and see. We will come out with a proper response. And if need be, we'll also argue the matter on 22nd. We are not going to shy away,
Yeah, you're saying you will not shy away. You're not. There's no question of running away from this, and the Tatas will file their response at the NCLT.
Tatas will be ready with their response. If the tribunal wants us to go ahead, we will go ahead. But actually,
these are all matters which can't be actually rushed through in my perception. It has to be argued out in an elaborate fashion. We require to file a detailed reply. Even with regard to the interim reliefs, there is a normal practice. Even though we have filed caveats, we have only got the copy of the petition only today. And actually the petition is coming up for hearing day after tomorrow.
Yeah. Sir, you said that you
can't do a magic.
Yes, Mr. Parasaran, if I heard you correct, you said that you have a copy of the petition, sir, because we're still waiting for the details from the petition. Can you share with us the details from the petition?
Even I'm yet to get a copy. I only got the relief portion. That's why actually, so all of us will let apply our mind, no? Each person actually different.
So can you share with us whatever details you have of the petition, sir?
No, detail. I am yet to get a copy of the petition. I think they are going to mail me the copy of the petition.
Okay.
Later in the night.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why, see, all of us are in different parts of India, no? So we have to ourselves go through the petition, then advise Tata, no?
So, Mr. Parasaran, yesterday you had spoken of LIC versus Aisha as being, in a sense, Escorts, my apologies. Escorts as being one of the precedents that you're likely to use as part of your arguments or your rebuttal of the charges that Cyrus Mistry is making. Can you share with us some of the other precedents, perhaps, that that you will be falling upon as well?
That is a fundamental case, actually. Yeah, with regard to the management of a company, the decision of the directors actually is ultimate. Now they are bringing in the concept of oppression, mismanagement. That means virtually malafide on the part of the majority. Who is the majority? They say actually Ratan Tata. But actually he forgets the fact that Tata was being actually managed by other eminent people also on the board. And does he mean that actually other people who might not want to wish to name would dance the tunes of Mr. Ratan Tata? They are actually very much pained, and they also actually equally have a cause to actually take legal action. They are very pained. They are also consulting people. They have their own independent standing in the industry.
So, Mr. Parasaran, basically you also said that the Tatas do not intend to remove Mr. Cyrus Mistry from the board.
See, as of now, there has been no actually action so far taken. And he has also deliberately not resigned from Tata Sons. No? He says actually he does not want to face the EGM at all. And he wants to face some other forum. But when it comes to Tata and Sons, yeah, it's a different ballgame, no?
Yeah, exactly. But I thought I heard you say that you all had no intention of removing him from the board.
See, as of now, they wanted to actually finish off the holding companies.
Yeah.
Because normally, I think when a person is removed, actually from the main parent company, everyone thought logically he would actually also quit from the group companies where there are cross-holdings. But that did not happen. And they thought, I think this matter, initially everyone thought it would be resolved amicably. But unfortunately, I think that did not happen.
Okay. No, sir, just a small point of clarification. Mistry was removed as chairman of the Tata Sons board, not from the directorship.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you whether the Tatas will proceed to remove him from the board. I thought you said that the Tatas don't intend to remove him from the Tata Sons board.
See, even as per the original resolution, it was made very clear that, however, he would continue as a director.
Okay. Okay, so no intention to remove him.
Therefore, there was no intention originally.
Okay.
So
but now it might change? Now the intent might change?
No, that intention possibly still continues now.
Okay.
So far, even though they have given notices in respect of all companies, they have not given notices.
Okay.
Not Tata Sons.
Okay. Okay, no original intent and no intent now either.
Yeah.
As of now.
Yeah.
As of now.
As of now. Okay. Mr. Parasaran, would it be now that the Tata Sons or Mr. Ratan Tata and his group will have to prove in court that they have not oppressed? I would assume the charges would be that the Shapoorji Pallonji Group is saying that their interest has been oppressed or has been not served because of Chorus being continued, because of Nano being continued. Now you have to give those answers in court?
See, normally the initial onus is on the person who makes these allegations. They have to actually discharge this onus. The burden is quite heavily on them.
Okay.
Unless they are able to discharge that onus, the burden will not shift actually to Tata.
What will be the onus? It will be there. What will be the onus on Mr. Mistry?
You can't simply make allegations and get away. No, he was actually in charge at that point of time.
So you're saying that Cyrus Mistry will have to...
What will Mr. Mistry have to prove, sir?
Yeah, suddenly he comes out and says it's oppression. No, when he's removed, it's oppression. If it is not removed, it won't be oppression, no? Because he's removed, it has become oppression.
So you're saying that he will have to substantiate the claims that he makes before the NCLT?
He has to. A person who claims oppression has to actually, the burden is on him. The onus is on him.
To prove that Tata Sons were oppressive?
To initially actually substantiate strongly.
Yes.
Then only the burden shifts actually.
No, sir, substantiate what?
Substantiate that actually something wrong happened and that was actually intended to oppress this chap, no?
Okay.
It was not to oppress this man.
Okay.
See, oppression was, he forgets actually, that was actually to oppress this man.
Okay.
That might have been a wrong decision, but that was not to oppress the mystery, no?
I get your point. So, Mr. Cyrus Mistry and his group have to prove that the decision on Chorus or the decision on Nano were taken to oppress the minority.
Yeah.
Okay. It is not enough if they prove that it is... It is not enough if they prove it is per se bad decisions.
All bad decisions will not amount to oppression of the minority.
Okay.
Mr. Parasaran, when we were speaking yesterday, sir, you said that you believe that the Tatas have a strong legal case. Give us a broad sense of the direction in which the legal response will follow, sir.
No, broadly, I think we have a strong legal... I think we will only actually take up this response. There has been no oppression of the minority. In what sense? There has been an oppression of the minority.
What about the charge of mismanagement, Mr. Parasaran?
See, mismanagement of the company, to what extent? Who has been affected?
No, as minority shareholders...
You did not complain earlier, and now we have been actually... You were also... See, there are so many things which will now come out in the open. No, now I think unfortunate. I think they have been keeping quiet. Now I think dirty linen will be now washed in the public, and it will be so unfortunate. I think Shapoorji Pallonji is also a group with great credentials. I'm only, I think, sorry that I think a day has come where I think even their credentials are going to be, I think,
Mr. Parasaran,
these credentials are also going to be questioned.
You're saying something very interesting, sir. You are saying that the Tatas have been restrained in their commentary so far. The Tatas have been restrained in responding to Cyrus Mistry so far. But as of today, there will no longer be this restraint that has been exercised on the part of the Tatas, and perhaps we are going to see a much...
No, they have to, I think possibly they have shown some correspondence. I think possibly they will say it was actually he, as an individual, who was actually trying to virtually use his position, and it was concentration of power in one individual. And virtually Tata, in future, if that sort of a power center had continued, possibly it would have been something else. The Tata brand would have actually...
You're again saying something very interesting, Mr. Parasaran, because you seem to be alluding to the charge that, not so veiled actually, that the Tatas have been making, that this was really an attempt at a corporate coup, that Cyrus Mistry was trying to wrest control of operating companies and wrest control in concert with Nasli Wadia.
I'm not going anywhere near Mr. Nasli Wadia. That's a different chapter. I am actually only on Mr. Mistry.
So you are saying that Cyrus Mistry was perhaps trying to orchestrate a coup of sorts?
He was actually trying to wrest control and wrest control absolutely himself. For instance, not filling up the posts of actually vice chairman or deputy chairman, and actually virtually even starting several entities so that the CSR funds do not go to the trust, but go to these entities.
What entities are these, sir?
Some entities started by the various group companies. So all these facts will come. I do not want to speak more today, no?
Okay. So, but Mr. Parasaran,
Mr.
Parasaran, yeah, I agree with you. But Mr. Parasaran, if the Mistry Group is saying that certain decisions like Chorus or like persistence with Nano harmed their financial interest, it would amount to oppression of the minority, isn't it? Even if the intention originally of starting Nano or persisting with it was not meant to oppress them, it ended up financially hurting them. Is not that an argument?
Not a minority, I say. It was actually, you must, that's why I said you must clearly make a distinction. That was a bona fide decision taken with regard to the management of the company. Where did he have the intent of actually pulling down Shapoorji, no?
Okay, so you're saying that the decision was not specifically to oppress Shapoorji Pallonji, which is an 18% shareholder.
No reasonable person will come to that conclusion. No, it was not to oppress Sons.
So how do you then see this charge of oppression that Cyrus Mistry is making?
He actually makes it, according to us, according to Tata, they have got other legal advice also. It is all fanciful.
You think his charges are fanciful?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm sure he has an eminent battery of lawyers giving him legal advice as well, sir. I mean, they must have thought this through. You yourself pointed out that this petition has perhaps been in the making for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, of course. See, I respect all eminent lawyers who have been advising them. Personally, I hold them in the highest regard. I can't fault them. They have given the best of legal advice. It's a matter to be fought out in courts.
So, I mean, his father-in-law is Mr. Chagla. Would you still say the charges are fanciful?
No. Well, maybe, but I've got the greatest respect. In fact, I hold him like a father figure, Chagla ji. That's a different issue. And you know, in Mahabharat war, you saw how actually people had to fight. No? It's unfortunate.
Okay.
Mr. Parasaran,
but if the minority shareholder in the boardroom was repeatedly requesting the majority shareholder to desist from further investments in a Chorus or in a Nano, and in spite of it the majority shareholder persisted, surely the minority shareholder can say that even if the original intent was expansion of the company, the incidental disadvantages were worse to the minority shareholder. Is there not a charge?
May I just give a short reply and finish?
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. The minority shareholders are aware of all these facts. They are actually in management of the company. But during the actually meetings with the shareholders, not a little finger was raised. No?
But Mr. Parasaran, as per law, sir, what happens, because he's an 18% shareholder saying that there is oppression and mismanagement. So what are the options? I mean, what does the road ahead look like then?
Possibly we'll, I think, explore the possibility of actually making an offer to purchase the...
Exactly, that's what I was coming to, sir. So will the Tatas now have to consider buying out Cyrus Mistry and Shapoorji Pallonji?
Possibly, I think that option can be explored.
Is that an option that has been considered so far?
Not yet.
Not yet.
So I think Tatas have not been having so ambitious, but that's an option open in law. That's not been actually, frankly speaking, that's an option which has not been considered.
Any other form of rapprochement you think, sir?
So, other form of rapprochement, I think, see, I personally feel, I think, as an individual, the entire thing is so unfortunate because I have also known both the groups, but I do not know whether there's going to be any rapprochement at all. And let us see what happens, no? How things take shape.
But Mr. Parasaran, you said that the option to buy out the Shapoorji Pallonji stake could be something that the Tatas may consider. It hasn't been considered so far. What could the other options be, Mr. Parasaran? Because you yourself said that this is something that the Tatas have not explored as of yet.
Yes.
But
I think possibly, I think they can be driven to that, no? I'm only actually speculating.
We're all speculating, sir, but you know, you're working with Tata, sir. You're the legal counsel, so you believe that, given the fact that now Mr. Mistry has moved the NCLT, they will now need to seriously explore this possibility of buying out the Shapoorji Pallonji stake.
Yeah, they can. I think it will be prudent. I think.
It will be prudent on their part to buy him out.
Yeah.
That would be your advice, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Your advice to them would be to look at the buyout option as a serious option.
Okay, just to put an end to the disputes.
You think that that is what really this is now about, sir? Do you believe that this is really about that possibility?
It was really not about that, but I think, see, in a war like this, it starts with something and ends with something.
Yes, that is true. So, Mr. Parasaran, before we let you go, sir, you know, you've left us with several interesting possibilities to pursue. You're saying that perhaps the restraint that the Tatas have exercised will no longer hold, that there may be now revelations from the Tata side, dirty laundry being washed in public on both sides. Of course, that's been something that we've seen happen over the past 8 weeks, but you believe it's going to get more acrimonious, it's going to get more bitter, and at the end, you believe that your advice to the Tatas would be that it would be prudent to settle and a buyout should be a possibility to consider.
Yes.
All right.
Well, Mr. Parasaran, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. That is the big headline there, coming in from the counsel for the Tatas, saying that he would advise the Tata Group to consider buying out Shapoorji Pallonji's 18% and putting an end to this bitter battle. Remember, that is one of the options under the law, because Cyrus Mistry is accusing the Tatas of mismanagement and oppression as a minority shareholder, and this would be one of the options as per law.